Hello, everyone. Welcome to our um, first annual Jmw19 Corner. What Jmw19 Corner is going to be is if I'm not doing, any, you know, live reviews or stuff like that, this is your opportunity to meet with me, to greet with me, and to ask me about YouTube, ask me about how I got started, how I got to where I am today. So, everybody, I welcome you to the first episode of JMW19's Corner. So, if everybody would like, shoot some questions, mingle. We're on for 1 hour. So, go ahead and go ahead, shoot away. And just so you know, everything you guys do ask and say will be uploaded to my channel. And like I said, this is episode 1. So, yes, I know there, Kevin. I know you've met me. I'm your brother. If you hadn't met me, well, I don't know. And yes, folks, my hair is long. Phantom Menace? No. I'm doing good, Eric. Although it is starting to get really hot. So, of course, I had to, turn on my fan. My fan's in the bedroom right now as we speak. And if you guys are wondering why the camera is flickering like that, this is my new gaming laptop. So it's in higher pixelation. So it has an auto brightness setting, as you can see. Whenever brightness hits, it tries to set itself. So that's why it has that little cool, old-fashioned camera. It's not that the camera is broken. This computer is brand new. So I guess as a YouTuber, I guess I'll start off the. I guess as a YouTuber, I'll start off the question and asking thing of me. So I started YouTubing back in like 2006, but I wasn't a YouTuber yet. I was just like a regular viewer. I just viewed a lot of videos and stuff, and so I wanted to get into YouTubing. My first actual YouTube series I did start, but I eventually did quit that series. And I'm sure Eric, I'm sure you have watched it already, and I'm sure Helen, and I'm sure Kevin. I don't know if Legend Kid has watched it yet or Flexi, but I started this series called Wellen Spidey. I think I did about a couple of those. Eventually, I stopped labeling them Wellen Spidey videos. I eventually went with my old school name, which was Wellen Spider-Man. And then eventually I went with Amazing Wellen Spider-Man. And I think the last video I did as Spider-Man videos was I did a couple of videos where I got like a Nintendo 3DS for the first time. I even did some Joker videos where I was dressed as the Joker. Um, I only did one YouTube video where I was actually, yes, no word of a lie, I was actually dressed up as Darth Vader. But I'll tell you right now, especially with the weather now, if I was to sit here in front of this computer and wear my Darth Vader costume, you guys would see Niagara Falls live in person because I would be sweating like this. I am sweating a little bit right now, but not as bad as I would be if I was dressed in that costume. Now, let me just show you guys. As you can see, yes, I'm wearing my sunglasses. It's just a little gimmick for the video. So that way you guys know it is me. It's not, a different person. So it is me, JMW19. not somebody else, you know, sitting here in this chair. But yes, folks, don't be shy. Ask me any question relating to YouTube, you know, my social media, like my gaming that I do. The only thing I won't do is, like I said in the description of this video, I won't be getting into personal things because, you know, I like to keep my personal stuff, you know, safe to myself. But hey, if it has anything to do with like video games, you know, like online games like Second Life, IMVU, World of Warcraft, you know, shoot those questions away because I know those things. Let me see what. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Helen asked this question. Okay, so she asks me, what is your most valuable collection item? Um, I would say out of all of my collection, I would have to say it was what's on my chest, on my waist right now, is getting these belts. Okay, and I'm going to explain that to everybody why getting a WWE belt is one of the most cherishable collection pieces you can imagine. First and foremost, okay. Now, when I got this belt, and you guys watched my review video, which is the 4 belts that I got, yes, when I got this belt, it was on sale. It was like 50% off, okay? Most of these belts are not 50% off. There are belts on there right now that are like almost as close to like $800. And those are just replicas. Those aren't even like the deluxe belts, like the ones that the actual wrestlers, you know, they hold in the show like this. This puppy here, this is just a replica. It's not that heavy. It's not that, you know, metallic. It's still metallic, as you can hear. Okay, it's still pretty metallic. But to answer Helen's question, my most, you know, my most valuable collectible item, okay, is definitely my WWE belts because, like I said, not many people can either sit here where I'm sitting right now or sit where you folks are and sit there and say, oh, yeah, I got a belt. There are people sitting there going, oh, I wish I can get my hands on one of those things. Ah, Eric, really? You had to ask, other than my Hulk Hogan belt. Okay, so to answer Eric's question, what is my most favorite WWE title belt besides my Hulkamania belt that I got for my birthday? I would have to say my most favorite belt would have to be the WWE Universal Red title. Now, I'm going to explain that story why. Because that was my first replica belt that I got at a WWE live event. I nearly crapped my pants when that belt was handed to me after paying for it. I mean, I took it out of the bag. I'm like, this thing's heavy. And when I felt the belt, I'm like, holy crap! This is a replica. I was like, that is awesome. Okay. Oh, here's another good question, guys. It's by Flexi. What was the farthest you've ever traveled to? The farthest I've ever traveled to. So I'm gonna have to extend that question to you, Flexi. Do you mean in Canada, where I originally lived, or do you mean when I went to the States? And yes, if you see me smiling, it's because my best friends and I's cat. My best friends and I's cat is running around while I'm doing the live feed. Okay, worldwise. Okay, so worldwise, the farthest that I've ever gone to I would say would have to be Buffalo, New York, which is just near the border of Niagara Falls, Canada. That's as far as I have gone because that's where we used to go and watch our WWE live shows when we used to go to the States. And we also went to go see the Buffalo. Wow, I almost forgot that name. Yes, the Buffalo Bisons baseball team. Really, really great. And also that too. Yes, Kevin just helped me out. Which sadly that place did close down. I heard this year, it did close down. But yes, the other farthest we've ever gone to was at an amusement park called Martin's Fantasy Island. I used to, me and my family, my brothers and I, we used to be under an organization called Big Brothers and Big Sisters. And that year, they gave my family all these tickets to go to Martin's Fantasy Island for the day. So when we were at our grandparents' trailer park, we traveled to the States to go to the park for the day. Okay, so Helen asks, did you ever go anywhere on your vacation? The last known vacation I've ever gone on so far this year would have been I would say 2015 because I went to a trailer park. I don't know if it's out in Peterborough, but it's near Ottawa, and it's called Eam Lodge Christian Resort. It's basically like people say it's like a 6-hour drive, but with the traffic and and I mean literally with all the pit stops and having to go pee, it's about like an 8-hour drive. It literally takes a whole day to get there. So that's the furthest I've ever gone on a vacation. But I would say one of the other vacations I did go on, which I wouldn't call it a vacation, I call it more like a business. I go to this thing called Speaking Out Conference, and it's an overnight conference for 3 days and 2 nights, and it's amazing. How much do I love Eric's dog? She's definitely a lovable puppy. Even though she's a service dog, but I will admit she's the most gentlest service dog I've ever seen. I will admit I've had encountered some service dogs that are a little protective. They're a little, far-fetched. When I say far-fetched, it means like, you go to see them, they want to lick you, but it's the owners that are very far-fetched. I've had an owner with a service dog in the past. The dog came up to me, my hands were at my side, and the owner thought I was going to pet it, and I got yelled at. I got told, don't touch the service dog. But this dog, Ducky, is phenomenal. So I hope that answers your question there, Eric. Beautiful dog. She's definitely a keeper, I would say. Any other questions? Like I said, guys, we got till now because I got on at about a little after 5. I got on live around like 5:05, 5:06. So we'll go till 6:06. So we're at 5:21 now. So any other questions? Like I said, shoot away. I'm an open book. This is amazing. I hope you guys aren't minding. I'm drinking my Dr. Pepper. It's, like I said, it's a pretty warm day. What I'm going to really laugh at is when I'm sitting here watching this review, like when I'm reviewing my video from the Jmw19'S Corner, I'm going to laugh if I'm getting thirsty watching me drink this. Okay, number 5. Kevin there just quoted a funny line from I don't know if you guys ever seen this movie. It's called Short Circuit, and it's about a robot named Number 5. So Kevin just said, "Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too?" Oh, okay, at 6. You guys want to eat for the pizza? Okay. So what I'll do is I'll end the live feed then at 6, so I can head over there and meet you guys there for a little bit after. Any other questions? Like I said, we still got time. when someone does ask me a question, I'm going to say this funny, cute story, okay? I don't know if you guys have ever had this problem in your homes, but my God, I've had 2 mice this whole year. Yes, you've heard correctly. Not 1. I've had 2. In total, I've had 4. I had 4 mice in this place so far. And I'll tell you right now, if it wasn't for Kitty up there laying up on her little laying spot, I would have never taken care of that mouse because most of the credit goes to the cat. The cat was the one who got the mouse. So, and a baby, what? Ah, you had 3. I feel bad for you. I do feel bad. I feel bad. That's worse. Yes, I will admit that's worse. 3 skunks, 3 Peppies of pews. Yeah, you better have some tomato paste in case you get squirted. That would not be pretty. Oh, yeah, I've had plenty of those. I will admit, I think the most creepiest experience I've ever had in the complete dark, okay? Now, I wasn't living where you guys see me now. Like, I wasn't living in this place. I was living at my old place where you guys saw those really cool colored walls. And I love playing games. I'm a gamer all the time. I love games. Well, I was sitting there and I was playing a game. I think it was Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles for the Wii. Now that game, you use this thing called the Wii Zapper like this. Okay, you use the Wii Zapper. Now imagine this. Okay, I'm sitting in the complete dark of my bedroom. Okay, I mean literally the complete dark, and I'm killing giant spiders in the game. And all of a sudden, right in front of my screen, this is what I see. I see a spider go like this, crawling. I jump. I throw the controller. I go to the TV. I go. I caught the spider in my hand, killing it. I was like, I'm like, that was not part of the game. Because here I am trying to figure out, like, is that part of the game? Is that not? I went to the TV. I'm like, that was my worst experience. But I think the most funniest experience. So if anybody was to ask me, what's your most funniest experience? I'm gonna get that off my chest now because I just thought of it. The most funniest experience I've ever had happen to me was my first mouse catching in this apartment. I'm in the bathroom, okay? I'm just in a pair of shorts, bare feet, no shirt on. I mean, literally, I'm in my pajama shorts, okay? I'm in the bathroom. This mouse is in the bathroom, and it jumps at me, okay? This mouse jumps at me. I'm screaming. I'm like, whoa, whoa, hey, 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 whoa, hey. This thing's like jumping at me. And so the mouse finally goes like this, right? I'm like, okay, we could use the easy way or we could use the old fashioned way and let Katie just eat you. I said, you see this container? I'm going to put you in it. So the mouse is just standing there, and I slammed the container on top of the mouse, putting it inside, sealing it, and I took it outside. I literally spent almost an hour and a half in the bathroom just trying to catch this little thing. But the other mice that I had recently this year, it took me literally almost like 2 days in a row to get the damn mouse. Because the problem is in my bedroom over there, okay, if you look over here, my bedroom's over that way. So here's the problem with my bedroom, okay? The problem with my bedroom, okay? Now, Kevin and Eric and Helen know me very well because you can see it in the back behind me here. Like, look, you can see it back there, okay? I am a pack rat. I have boxes in corners that I don't use, okay? My bedroom has more boxes and more bags than you can imagine, all right? So little Mousy Welsey can hide anywhere and I can't get to it. So in the middle of the night, all I hear is, the cat running back and forth. But when I did very, very vaguely see a brown little fuzzball run out of my bedroom, I would sneak out of the bedroom, shut the door, grab the container, and literally 2 times now I've caught the mouse this year outside the bedroom. One time was in the kitchen over here, the first one of this year. Second one was just over here on the ground over here behind me where I'm pointing. The mouse is over here by the duffel bag. And I'll tell you, folks, catching mice. Now, Kevin's going to shout huzzah when I say this, okay? Being a Ghostbuster is not hard. Being a Ghostbuster is a lot easier than being a mouse buster, okay? I swear to God, being a mouse buster and putting these mice into a container, yeah. When I sit here and I say, oh, yeah, I caught 4 mice. Yeah. Now you folks are sitting there saying, well, that sounds easy. Easy. Okay. I'd like to see you catch a mouse without your cat, snapping the neck and killing it. Because I'll tell you right now, Minnie up there doesn't kill. She plays with them. I mean, literally, this cute little fur ball just plays with the mouse. Like literally, the first one I caught this year, I heard the mouse go like it squeaked. And I thought maybe Minnie was snapping the neck. But no, when she got to the kitchen, what does she do? She drops it. She drops the mouse in the kitchen and the mouse ran. I'm like, oh, reliable cat. Nice. I'm like, I have to go get it now. So here's me, right? I'm in the kitchen, again, in my pajamas, catching the mouse. So I'm actually surprised that Kevin being in this, Jmw19 corner, I'm surprised Kevin hasn't realized who I might look like while sitting here. Let me do a little quote unquote, see if Kevin knows who I look like. As you were, troop. Proceed, doughboy. Hop to, double timing. Meanwhile, I'll check this baby out. See how she works. I don't like the way this thing is thumping. Sergeant Slaughter. I still love that Mario Brothers Super Show episode to this very day. Boy, oh boy, I love that episode. I was even watching it the other night. Yep. Oh man, good episode, I swear. Okay, Helen. I don't have a sergeant hat. I wish I did. And it's not a sergeant hat. It's a bounty hunter hat. It's got stars on it, see? Oh, yeah, buy one. With what money? I'm still waiting to get my paycheck. All right, does any of my viewers have any more questions? Because I love you all as my fans. Like that's why I'm doing this Jmw19 corner. And yes, I will be doing more of these if I can't find things to review. Because this gives the fans a chance to have, like, you know how when you go to Comic-Con and you do like those meet and greets, you meet the the artist, the actor, the voice actor, vice versa. Yes, there are voice actors. Like, see, and that's the thing. See, people don't realize that voice actors are also as important. I mean, for example, there are voice actors that do Super Mario for the video games. May not be the same voice actor that we remember from the TV series and all that. But yeah, like, if I was to do bounty hunting like Dog the Bounty Hunter, I'd be dead. I don't have a badge. Look, Helen, do you see a badge anywhere here? All I see is a vest, a belt, pair of sunglasses, and one handsome devil. I need a. Well, I don't know if you heard the news there, Kev. Beth is in heaven. Sadly, we lost Beth this year. She died back in the winter of this year. It's pretty heartbreaking. You do see a badge, do you, Eric? Where's the badge? I don't see one. What, Minnie? Daddy's just yawning. Cat's giving me a stare down. Well, that is true, but what am I going to do? Walk up to people and say, "Hello, I am not police. I am the United States champion." I'm here to arrest you. Oh. Nice toss as you were, troop. Isn't that my line? As you were, troop. I know that if I had any of my Second Life viewers viewing this live feed, one of the questions I've been asked on Second Life is, how did you do the voices of different characters? So, for example, I don't know how this is going to sound through the microphone because in person I can actually sound like this character. So, with me watching a lot of TV and shows, I can sound like certain characters. For example, I can do Goofy. Oh, yo, oh gosh, oh, yo. I can do Winnie the Pooh. You know, oh bother, how long will that be? Another favorite of mine from Winnie the Pooh is this guy. The wonderful thing about fingers, the wonderful thing. The top's made of rubber, the bottom made of springs. The bouncy, chargy, fun, 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 fun. The wonderful thing about fingers, I'm the only one. Oh, I'm the only one. Oh yeah. Bring Ducky too there, Eric. We can use it as a watchdog to sniff out stuff. Not my farts. But yeah, people have asked me like, how do I do these character voices? Now, I don't know if a lot of you know this movie, The Neverending Story. I can literally sound like that scientist. No, not Christopher Lloyd. I can do his voice though too. I'm talking about that little annoying gnome that is so mean to his wife. Oh, you've come to the right place, my boy. I am the expert on the Southern Oracle. It is my scientific speciality. You keep quiet, wench. Now it's my turn with him. My name is Ingiwook. She's Urgle. Ever heard of me? You don't move in scientific circles, do you? I am an expert on the Southern Oracle. Oh, you've come to the right place, my boy. Wait, stay here. The observatory. To the wedge, wench. Oh, I love that movie. Another character from the Neverending Story I can do, and yes, I don't know how to pronounce this actor's name, but Some of you guys might know who I'm talking about. He's very famous for doing the voice of Skeletor and this famous character from Neverending Story. I can pronounce his first name. It's Alan, but I don't know how to say the last name. I think it's like Opal or something like that. So, without further ado, I can do his voice too. This is his Skeletor voice. So, He-Man, we meet again. Nothing to say? What do you say about being turned to stone? What's this? It's nothing but a robot. You old fool! They've lured us away to take the prince. Quick, back to the cave. He-Man, always He-Man. If you would have gotten your hands on the witch's cordite, He-Man would be in my power now. Get out of my sight, morons. That's Skeletor. Now, the moment of truth. People on Second Life, because I work at a sim that's based on the Neverending Story. So, I want you, the viewers, to see how well I do this voice. Leaving so soon? Sneaking away? I like children. Never. I'm a luck dragon. My name is Falcor. Atreyu, and you're on a quest. You were unconscious, and you talked in your sleep. I always have to do the eye wink. You got to do that when you're doing Falcor's voice. If you don't do the eye wink, it doesn't work. Can I do John Cena or The Rock's voice? Okay. Well, I don't know if I can do John Cena. I never heard him talk a lot because he can't shut up. But you guys tell me if I'm doing Dwayne Johnson really well. Okay, ready? Can't you smell what The Rock is cooking? And if you guys have ever seen Moana, I don't know the whole song, but I'll do a bit of his voice from Moana. Ready? Okay. I see what's happening here. You're face to face with greatness and it's strange. I know it's a lot. The hair, the bod, when you're staring at a demigod. So what can I say except you're welcome with the tides, the sun, the sky. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome. I'm just your ordinary demigod. Poor Kevin. Kevin's like, oh God, here we go again. Who is my favorite wrestler besides Hulk Hogan? It would have to be the Ultimate Warrior, because, like I said, I grew up back in the old WWF days. So if it wasn't Hulk Hogan in the ring, I was always cheering on the Ultimate Warrior. He's my favorite. He's my other favorite. When did I start watching wrestling? I might need Kevin on this one because with me being the youngest brother in the family, so Kevin could say yes or no in the chat when I say it. Yeah, I would say around that time too, because I was born in 1987. So it was definitely around the time frame of 1995 was when we kids started watching it. I know, because for Mother's Day, I went to go see my mom and Mike. And when I dropped off the card to them, I told my mom and Mike about all my belts that I have. And my mom almost broke into tears. And I asked, well, what's wrong? Are you okay? Because I thought I said something wrong to my mom. And my mom says to me, I remember how much you really wanted those belts when you were a kid. And I'm sorry I couldn't get you them. I said, Mom, it's okay. I said, our stomachs were more important than what's around my stomach. But my mom said that she was very proud that I have 4 belts. It's a very big, huge accomplishment. And yes, I did get my mom a Mother's Day card, and it did say in the card that it said if there was anything in the world that I would not want to change in this world, because you know how people say they want change to happen in this world, right? Well, in the card it said if there's one thing I do not want to change is the loving, sweet mother you are to me to this day. Lots of love from your son, Jeremy. I told my mom, I said, don't you ever change. Ever. And she looks me in the eye, yes, at 6 feet apart because of COVID, right? So mom says, and also with you. Now, I know Kevin, I know he doesn't like religious stuff, but that's where I got that slogan from, was when we used to go to Roman Catholic Church. So my mom goes to a Roman Catholic church. So when the priest, which is the father, when the priest would say, and may the Lord Jesus be with all you always, you would shout back, and also with you. So that's what my mom did. My mother, when I said to her, I said, don't you ever change for nothing. And she goes, and also with you, my son. Because my mother, which is Kevin's mother, and our other siblings' mother as well. Well, she doesn't want us to change, just like we don't want her to change. Now, aging wise, yes, that will happen. But personality, and that's one thing I'm surprised no one in this, first episode of my corner, I'm surprised nobody asked me that. One of the biggest questions that I get asked on social media and on my Second Life game is people always ask me, how did you develop your personality? Like who you are today? I will admit, I was raised by the best. My mother. My mother taught me. Okay. Now, this goes out to all you men out there. This is coming from a man. Okay. If you have a woman in your life, okay, take it from me. You treat that woman like she is the last thing that you would hate to lose on this planet. That's what my mother taught me. My mother taught me you need to treat people the way that you want to be treated back. So, for example, if you want your wife, your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, vice versa, you want them to treat you like gold, then you got to treat them the same way. And yes, my mother did also say this, and so did Helen as well. If you're having a dispute with someone, be kind to them. If you have any enemies, be nice to them. Kindness kills the negativity. I should know. Because I will admit, when I get hurt, and I'm sure a lot of you here, when we get hurt, vengeance takes a part of us. Okay? It takes over us. But you can push that vengeance away and say, no, 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 no. I'm going to be kind. I'm going to be kind. Because do you know what vengeance does? And same with revenge and all this other negative stuff. What it does, okay? Imagine this. I want you guys to see this, okay? See this little see my finger and my thumb, okay? Here's a problem, okay? This is an example of a problem between two people. When you kill it with kindness, look, it goes back together and you got nothing now. You got two fingers again together. But look what happens when negativity kicks in. You start to split until the two fingers become two hands. And you're splitting and splitting splitting, and splitting. Look how big that problem just got. And it's still going. Look at my hand. It's still going. So, folks, I'm going to pass on to you guys what Helen and my mother taught me. When you're in a dispute with someone, be kind to them, because kindness brings us back together again. And the negativity goes away. And besides, it's 2020. There's no room in this world anymore for negativity. I will admit, yes, there's a lot of friendships out there that I don't have anymore. And there's friendships out there that I've gained over the years. I guess what I'm trying to say here on my first episode of Jmw19'S Corner. And yes, and I'm sorry if folks don't like seeing me cry. Do I miss some of the friendships I had? I do. Good times, good memories. There's only one thing that me as a human being will say. Do I miss the ongoing abuse? Of course not. Those are the things that we don't want to deal with anymore. But that's why, on a very, very good, strong note, we have to kill that negativity and abuse with kindness, because it goes a long way. Sorry if I'm crying there. Sweat my tears. But I'm okay now. It's a bit of a touchy topic. It's a very, very touchy topic. I will admit, ladies and gentlemen, that's a very touchy topic when we talk about, problems and stuff. But that's one of the things that I appreciate about my mother and about Helen and about a lot of my friends. Okay. And I appreciate my best friend that I talk to on Skype every night. Now, I'm not allowed to disclose her name because of confidentiality. I do ask my viewers to please not say her name if you do know who I'm talking about. Okay. She does not want her name to be said on this live feed. But if it wasn't for her, I would probably be seeking a lot of counseling, because when I was laid off work, I went into a depression. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen that. A lot of you did see that. But as you can see, I'm doing a lot better now. I'm back to work, and I'm still doing what you folks, you the subscribers, and you the viewers love most. As you can see, I'm trying to make it a regular Saturday, every Saturday, to be here. Oh, this just in. Make sure you all still enjoy Victoria Day this year. Okay? And I don't know if you folks in this live feed have Second Life, but on Victoria Day weekend, I'm going to be shooting off what's called virtual fireworks for Victoria Day. And I'm going to be playing some music and stuff and celebrating, because with COVID-19, there won't be a Victoria Day over at the sports stadium and all that anymore until the COVID-19 is over. But do make sure you guys all have a good long weekend, because that's what matters the most. We do have about 8 more minutes. Any more questions before this episode of Jmw19'S Corner comes to an end? If you do have any more questions, shoot away. Good pop. Oh, okay. Well, definitely, Helen, when you're working out there on Monday, you be careful. Be safe. But I know I'm going to be going to movie night tonight, which I can't wait. I do have another thing I do want to share with everybody. If no one has any questions at the moment, this is what I've always wanted to share on YouTube. What was one of the best things that's happened to me on Second Life? Now, I am going to say this because just in case he watches this video when it's uploaded. Kaya 2 fell. My one of our loving big brother in the virtual universe. Now, Kevin, I don't know if I've ever talked to you about Kaya 2, but I want to tell you this, okay? Kaya 2 reminds me a lot about you. He's just like you. Okay? When I met him. So here's what I want to share with everybody of one of the greatest things that happened to me in Second Life, okay? Me and my best friend 2 years ago, because on Second Life, now when I say this is just to make sure it doesn't confuse any of my viewers that are watching, okay? When I say married, not in real life. As you can see on my finger, there's no wedding ring. See, look, no wedding rings, okay? When I say married, in the virtual universe, you have what's called a partner bar. It's about this long, like this on the side of your bar, on the side of your profile. And in that bar is the person that you take on as your partner. I'm very proud to say that Melanie Wilson, Jan Davian resident, which is my best friend in real life, we got married at the Fantasia Experience. I gave my best friend the wedding that she deserved. Now, going back to 2019, my best friend wanted me to propose to her way before the wedding. So when I got back from Speaking Out conference, I did the proposal right in October. Mel and I, we were playing Second Life together. We were going through the Fantasia Experience. When you get to chapter 8, you ride Falcor up to the Ivory Tower. Now, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to just walk into the Ivory Tower. You see Carry On the Wise, and you go and see the Empress. Well, I surprised Melanie when I did this. I told her to stop when we got to the top of the stairs. She turns to me and looks at me. Now, my avatar in Second Life was dressed as Spider-Man. She was dressed in, I would say it was like a short black, like a pair of black shorts and a tank top because it was because in SL we do pretend it's nice and warm all year round. I turned to Melanie and I activate my propose animation to Mel. Now, what it does is it sends that avatar a do you wish to accept or decline the animation? If Melanie would have hit decline, then my avatar would have got back up from his knees. But when Melanie hit accept, which I knew she was going to do, my avatar gets up, pulls her in, hugs her, and gives her a kiss. So the best thing that's happened in my life, virtually on the virtual universe, was having our never-ending story wedding. There are times, folks, I sit here, and as you can see again, look, you can see I'm getting teary. These are happy tears. Some people out there that don't play virtual reality games like Second Life and that, they may not understand this. Okay? But the never-ending story Fantasia experience has done a lot of wonderful things for me and the people that play Second Life. I guess what I'm trying to say is that Fantasia experience made me a better person. Because I want to bring this to everyone's attention. Kaya2Fell did tell me that when he read my old profile, because my profile now on Second Life is a lot nicer. But I used to drop a lot of F-bombs on my profile back in the days. I used to tell people off. I used to tell people, oh, I don't like being ignored, all this stuff. But when I met Kaya2Fell and I went to his sim and I brought Melanie, I brought our family there, it changed me for the better. It brought me closer to people that I didn't know I was close to. The other shout out I want to say to everyone is I do have a new best friend now in Second Life. And just in case she watches this video too, I want to give a shout out to her name. Her name is Asuya. It's Asuya. I used to have another best friend named Gabby Miami. But her and I, we stopped being friends for our personal reasons. I won't get into it. But when I met Asuya, it was like meeting a new best friend all over again. But she's my Second Life best friend. Whereas my real life best friend that I talk to on Skype every night, like I said again, if it wasn't for her, I would have been going to counseling in that during the month of April. So I do want to give a shout out to my best friend in real life who talks to me on Skype every night. If you do watch this video, thank you. It means a lot. And I'm glad that I have you. But I do see, folks, that we now hit the 6 o'clock time. It's time for me to go. But like I said, during the week, I will look around the house, see if I can review something. But again, if I do come back on Saturday and I don't have anything to review and I don't have any ideas, we'll do another Jmw19 Corner, okay? So the 3 viewers that are watching, just give it a thumbs up. Do you guys like this idea of having a Jmw19 Corner to sit here and talk with me and stuff? Like, what do you guys think? Is it good? Because I still love it. I do enjoy it. Oh, dang. I'm almost done my pop. Wow. Almost finished it. And yes, Eric, before you say it, I won't review the video. I won't review this video after I get off stream because I know it's about 6 o'clock, so I'll head over. But I will watch it tonight when I get home to see how it looks. But anyway, everyone, if you guys like this idea, I'll continue it next Saturday if I don't have anything to review. But this does conclude another great weekend with Jmw19. This is him signing off. And again, like I said, it's you guys, the fans. It's you guys, the fans and the subscribers that make this possible. So, as always, I will see you all in the next video next Saturday. Have a great weekend, a long weekend, and a safe weekend. And as always, I'll see you next weekend. Bye-bye.